All right, so approaching a problem like this, I don't know the equation, but I have the graph. So let's look at the graph and look at everything that we know about it. And I've kind of put them here for you, but you could also kind of tell that the horizontal asymptote is y equals 3, right? And the vertical asymptote is x equals -1. So other than that, from this graph, I can see a y-intercept here at 0, 6. That's my y-intercept. And then I can see an x-intercept here at -2. So x-intercept at -2, 0. And nothing else much going on. So first of all, pick out the things that you know. Now, the second thing is, or the next thing is going to be to use what you know about a fraction problem or a rational function to put this information in your problem. So one thing that you know is that a fraction will equal 0 whenever the numerator is equal to 0, right? So that tells me when the y value is 0. So let's write that down. Y value equals 0 when the numerator equals 0. So that right there that we've learned in class, when y is equal to 0, that's my x-intercept, right? Okay, so let's find that. So we're working on our x-intercept. I know this fraction will equal 0, so I'll basically get 0 equals a plus x over b plus cx. So basically when my numerator is equal to 0. So a fraction equals 0 when the top is equal to 0. So a plus x is equal to 0. This is happening when x is -2. So let's put that in. So a plus -2 equals 0. So basically a minus 2 equals 0. Therefore, a must be 2. And we found one of our answers. Okay. Another quick and easy thing, since I now know a, so now I know this. Y equals, a is 2. So I'm going to write x plus 2 like that, just because I feel like that's more like normal. All right. And then on the bottom, b plus cx. We also know that using our y-intercept, when I plug in 0 for x, I should get 6. So if I basically put zeros here and here, those two pieces will go away, and I know that this answer 2 over b has to equal 6, right? So I'm going to use the fact, and so basically I'm using my y-intercept to figure out that answer. So my y value, I got x plus 2 is b plus cx, and so my y-intercept is known to me as 0, 6. So let's plug that in. So 6 goes here, 0 for my x, and b plus basically c times 0. Okay, and I can do this because I know a already. Like if I didn't know a, this wouldn't help me as much. So basically 6 equals 2 over b, because see, that goes away and that goes away. All right, so let's check it out. So I get cross multiply, I get 6b equals 2, and so b must be 2 over 6, which is 1/3. Okay, so there's one more. Okay, so let's fill it in. So using my information here, let's see. So now I have this. I have basically x plus 2 over, and then I have my b value is 1/3 plus cx. All right, and let's see, what can we do? Well, if I want to find the c value, look at these x's, they match, right? And so what I can tell from this is, since my x values match, my horizontal asymptote is supposed to be the leading coefficients of these x's. So I know my horizontal asymptote is y equals 3, so let's use it. So basically I have a 1 right here. So 1 over c is supposed to equal 3. So let's cross multiply and see what we got. So I get 3c equals 1. So c must be 1/3. Okay. All right. So I have all my letters. So my final answer, y equals, I have basically x plus 2 over, and this is a 1/3 also, so I have 1/3 x plus 1/3. Now, I'm going to fix this up a little bit. This doesn't have to happen to you on the other side. You could leave it like this and be done. But the bottom basically looks like this. I have x plus 2. The bottom part right here is basically x plus 1 over 3, right? So, what I have going on right here, because I have x over 3 plus 1 over 3, so that's x plus 1 over 3. So if I do want to do this, make the problem look a little bit nicer than having these fractions here, I can leave the x plus 2 and then multiply. I could flip this one up, because remember, when you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal, so times 3 over x plus 1. So therefore, my problem could become this. Y equals, I'm going to multiply the 3, so 3x plus 6 over x plus 1. And you see there, my horizontal asymptote, my vertical asymptote is -1. There it is. 3 over 1 is my horizontal asymptote. When x's are zeros, I get 6 over 1, 6, so that's this guy right here. When I plug in 0, when I let the top equal to 0, that happens when x is -2, because 3 times -2 is -6, and -6 plus 6. Okay, all right. So anyway, what we found was up here, but that was just a little extra thing to make your problem look nice, but this is basically what we ended up getting. All right, so A is going to be 2, B is 1/3, C is 1/3. My final equation was y equals x plus 2 over 1/3 x plus 1/3. All right, the x-intercept was -2, 0. The y-intercept was 0, 6. And the vertical asymptote, x equals -1, horizontal is y equals 3. So it's your job to go ahead and do this side. And if I remember correctly, you won't be coming out with fractions for these, if I remember right. I'm not totally positive, but if I remember the answer right, I think that they're not. But anyway, that's for you to do, and you can see all the markings of your x and y intercepts, your asymptotes, and everything. And so your notes and having this problem complete with your work shown will get you your 7 points if everything's correct. Bye-bye.